that shit was Tulareous.
I know what you're thinking. Had to get the guy from Mythbusters can come and do Tulareous. This guy's like, oh my God, had to get Paul Giamatti from Sideways to come do Tulareous. Actually, he's looking right now like, who the fuck is Paul Giamatti? This girl's been drinking pretty heavy. Probably because she's Mexican and started in the parking lot. She's like, oh my God, had to get Brad Pitt to come do comedy at Halfy's. Just bought a Prius, now I don't buy gas. I just tell everybody my battery's dead. I ask for a jump and I go another 40 miles. I'm going on a tour of America with nothing but jumper cables. Me and my girlfriend had a Prius. It was before we met. See, it was a Prius. Some of you guys aren't going to get this shit till the ride home. My Prius has got a GPS voiced by Bono of U2. It's really hard to use because the streets have no names. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I ended up running into a Joshua tree. It was a Sunday, bloody Sunday. That's U2 jokes, people. Actually, Ford just come out with a new Aerostar. It's got a painting of Starry, Starry Night down the side of it. When people see it, they go, hey, look at that Van Gogh. Thank you, 4 art students in the audience. I appreciate you. Just went whale watching today in Visalia at the Visalia Mall. Food court. Almost got in a fight for being a slow reader. This guy said, why are you looking at my wife's ass? I said, I'm not. I'm reading. It says pa-ink. It's not my fault it was 5 feet wide. It took a little longer to read. I actually just said PK. The other 2 letters were stuck inside. So I had to pull them out. And the word in came out. That's a spelling joke. When you guys come down from the high, you'll get that one. I love cheese. Blue cheese is the saddest of all cheese. Swiss cheese is the most Christian. Brie is the sluttiest of all cheeses because it's the easiest to spread. In a world of cheese, the savior would be Jesus Christ. Unless you're Asian, then it would be Gouda. I don't do comedy full-time. I'm also an inventor. I've just come up with an invention for Asian people. It's animal crackers with nothing but dogs and cats in the package. And an all-over body spray for black men that smells like grape Kool-Aid and watermelon. It's spelled ASK, but you still pronounce it Axe. And now I've come up with a game for Xbox Connect where you are the controller. It's based on Dance Dance Revolution, but it's for quadriplegics. It's called Wiggle Wiggle Your Ears. I like the setup right here. I especially like the camera lady in the back. What I'm hoping more than anything is that she's not filming anything. That she's just counting the amount of people that walk by her and go, it's a thesis paper she's working on. How many people will actually duck for the camera? Just went through a divorce after 23 years of marriage. I'm spending $2,600 a month in divorce settlements. That's when I learned it's cheaper to kill her, absolutely. But she is the mother of my 3 beautiful children, so I can't let them find out it was me. This guy's in the back, he's taking this shit seriously. He thinks I'm actually killing my ex-wife right now. Absolutely, kill the bitch, yeah. I can't, because she's the mother of my 3 beautiful children. I just can't let them find out it was me, actually. Now, who takes it hardest in divorce? It's the kids, right? My oldest boy, my youngest boy, they're taking it pretty good. But I have this middle boy. Sorry, I get a little choked up when I talk about this. He's 16 years old, and he's going through the peer pressure. And, Kids at school are asking him what's going on with his parents, and I wake up every morning and I thank the Lord that he's the kid that I like the least. Now, parents, don't get me wrong, we love all our kids exactly the same, right? But there's that one kid, when you go to the mall and leave him playing video games and you come back, he's gone, you just don't look that hard for him. Next morning you're having breakfast, you look at the milk carton and go, there he is. I really should call that number. No, this kid's super rebellious. Came home the other day wearing those skinny jeans. 16 years old, skinny black jeans, all black clothes, dyed his hair black, eye mascara and glitter all over his face. I was like, he looked like he just stepped out of the movie Twilight. And I was like, son, I hope to God you're a vampire. Because if you're not sucking blood. I love berries. Blueberries are the saddest of all berries. Blackberries are the most well hung. Miriam berries are the most addicted to crack. Rest in peace. I don't like strawberries because they don't follow the berry rules. Blueberries are blue, blackberries are black, raspberries have scratchy little voices. But strawberries don't look anything like straw. They should be called the red heartberry. The berry I'd most like to eat is the Halfy. I like somebody out there who's like, I got it. I got that one. Congratulations, sir. After my divorce, I had to move roommates into my house, and I lived in Madera. I didn't know how my life was going to change when I moved Mexicans into my house. Do you know they spontaneously barbecue? They spontaneously barbecue. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I think my house is on fire. I come running down the hall going, what's going on? They're like, we just bought tri-tip. Say what you think. Actually, they don't talk like that. They talk a lot like me, but if you see a guy dressed like this, use the word essay without an accent, you're thinking thesis paper, not Mexicans. These guys barbecue so much. The other day I went to the bathroom, and over the potpourri candle was a grill and a chicken wing sitting right on top. Then they said, Danny, now that we moved in, can we have a party? And I said, mi casa is su casa, because that's the only thing I learned on Rosetta Stone. They said, can we have some family over? And I said, sure. Hurt. Did you know every Mexican in the Central Valley is related? All of a sudden, my house was filled with Ninos and Tinos and Abuelitas and cousins and cousins and cousins. And there were DJs in every corner of my house. And there was a bounce house out back. I don't know where that came from. Mexicans are alcohol locusts. I spent $400 on alcoholic beverages. It was like, off to the next family barbecue. But there was this one relative there, and you remember him. You were there. I'll give him this much. He wore his best wife beater to the occasion. And this guy remembers him too. He had spider webs tattooed up his arms, and he had a teardrop tattooed in the corner of his eye, which turned out to be a really bad thing. And the rest of the family's holding him back, and he's looking at me like, he finally busts through, and he walks up to me and he goes, hey, pinche güero pendejo. Which is cool, that's what the whole family calls me. It's a pet name. I said, pinche güero pendejo, let me tell you something. I don't like white people. But my abuelitas tell me you take good care of my Tito. So from here on out, I consider you a Mexican. Side note to that, now that I'm a Mexican, you can catch me doing a car wash every other weekend for a dead relative. And now I'm a Raider fan. Hey, we take what we can get, man. I think now they're having a Raider discussion. He's like, yeah, look at that white guy. He's actually a Raider fan. Actually, after they adopted me into the family, they brought me to the Mexican Mall. Have you ever been to the Mexican Mall? It's called the Ramate. White guy, I will translate now that I'm a Mexican. Ramate is the flea market. This is where they get everything. They get their DVDs, their CDs, their clothing, their livestock, their produce, their medical, and their dental. All at the Ramate. But they introduced me to something that I could never repay them for, and it was served by a maestro on a bicycle with a square box on the front. Yeah. It was called elotes. White guy, I'll translate for you again. Elotes is corn, but not the way Mexicans fix it. Mexicans are the only people that can take a 35-calorie ear of corn and turn it into a 15,000-calorie dinner. They dip it in butter. They put this goat cheese on it. They put this red pepper, pico de gallo. I didn't even know what that was. I thought that's how a Mexican woman picked her husband. I pico de gallo. I like him, Daddy. I pico de gallo. Then they smear it all in mayonnaise. I know it sounds gross, but this is the best fucking corn you will ever eat. I used to say corn was my digestive friend. You don't buy corn, you just rent it. You're like, oh, there it is again. It's a poop joke. Now it just sits in my stomach like a brick. Actually, I was in the corn army. I was a colonel. That is the proper response to that joke. They weren't very good fighters, but they took orders well. They were all ears. Some were kind of husky. Blue corn is the saddest of all corn. I actually used to raise candy corn to feed my candy chickens, my peeps. Then they'd lay Cadbury eggs. I was a Jolly Rancher. It's tough work. I was once mauled by a gummy bear on my Jolly Ranch. Took a big hunk out of me. Medical bill cost me $100 grand. Fortunately, I just got a king-size payday. I was expecting a few more Snickers out of that. Thanks for catching up over there, buddy. Actually, I think Skittles are the gay cousins of M&Ms. Whereas the M&Ms are dark and brooding on the inside, Skittles are fruity, and they're like, taste the rainbow. I had a dog named Skittles, ran out in front of a Starburst truck. There was candy everywhere. I ran out screaming, Skittles! The dude was like, no, dude, those are Starbursts. My Asian friend ate my Skittles. Made a soup. Skittle soup. Oh. Actually, after my divorce, I started trying to pick up on you young hot women at clubs like this. And you women actually have a superpower that guys don't know about. I was in a marriage for 23 years. Women can smell the scent of desperation on a man. Like I'd saunter up to these women and be like, hey, baby, can I buy you a drink? And her thought bubble would go up, oh, you're going to buy me 6 or 7 and you're still not going home with me. I'm a quick learner and I like getting my free drinks, so I went to this club called Legends. And I put on my little voice. I did my little walking. I did my little dancing. Sauntered up to the bar, and this big dude walked up to me. He was like, hey, fresh meat, can I buy you a drink? And I was like, you're going to buy me 6 or 7. I fooled that guy so much. The next morning when he woke up on my pillow, I was like, that guy's going to be so shocked I'm not gay. It's good to see you again, Jeff. Actually, we're having a little bit of fun here. I'm gonna get into something that's a little bit little weirder than I usually talk about. Have you guys seen the documentary "Gay for Pay"? It's an MTV documentary. This is gonna blow some of your guys' minds out there. Just 95% of the guys in gay porn are straight and married to women, but the money is so much better in gay porn for men than straight porn that they go into gay porn. And I'm wondering, like, sir, when you come home from work, I wonder if these guys have the same conversations with their wives when they come home from work, like, hi, honey, how was work? It sucked. Everybody was riding me. Boss was all up my ass. I'm sorry, honey, what did you have for lunch? Tossed salad with peanuts and corn. It's a tossed salad, Joe. It's just for you. There's a homeless guy walking by outside of Halfy's when we were coming in. No, honest to God. And he was talking to himself. I was like, that guy's crazy. He was like, I'm going to beat that guy's ass. I can't believe he did that. He stole my bike. I'm a motherfucker. I was like, that guy. But then I got thinking, maybe he's not crazy. Maybe he's got a Bluetooth on the other side of his head that I don't see, and he's talking to somebody. Then it hit me, my new charity. We take all our Bluetooths that we're not using or are broken, and we donate them to homeless people so they look normal in our society when they talk to themselves. You'll see a guy walking down the street, and he'll be like, so I was beamed up into the mothership. They dissected me, sewed me back together, beamed me back down to the planet. And I'd be like, that guy's crazy. Oh, wait a minute. He's got a Bluetooth. I call it Bluetooth for the toothless. Blue teeth are the saddest of all teeth. Thank you. You're starting to catch on over here. My buddy just texted me that his girlfriend broke up with him by email, so I Twittered him and told him hit me up on MySpace. He blocked me saying all this is Facebook. He never friended me, so the next time I saw him at the internet cafe, I was with his ex-girlfriend, who I met on eHarmony.com. Now me and her's avatars are engaged on The Sims.
Come on, people, that was a lot of work.
I'm hoping to make enough illegal money at Mafia Wars to buy a little ranch on Farmville. But knowing me, I'll just catch a virus and my screen will turn blue. Blue screens are the saddest of all screens. Thank you, sir, for helping me out with that one. It's like comedy karaoke. You girls, though, I've been like doing the internet dating since I was single. You girls don't always put the real profile picture of yourself. You find ways of making the picture look better, or there's just different pictures on there than the one that I'm actually talking to. I've been talking to this 18-year-old Asian girl for the past 3 weeks. We finally decided to meet. Turned out she was me. That was way funnier than you guys gave me credit for. I know I'm saying a lot of stuff. I know I'm a white guy, and I'm saying a lot of stuff about Mexican people, black people, Asian people, and it's not politically correct for a white guy like me to be doing that. But I can put your guys' mind at ease. I can tell these jokes because I'm actually half black. Ladies, I'm black from the waist down because I have no money in my wallet right now. EBT.